Let's go to Lee. He says he heard it. Lee, you're on in San Francisco. What we did last night was everybody had a microphone in their house, and we went on the air at 7 o'clock last night live. Robin wasn't there because she is moved and didn't have an ISDN line yet. But this was a test to see if we could do a show from our homes. Not because we want to do a show from our homes. Sirius wants to make sure in case of a disaster.
A national emergency.
A national emergency, this show would get on the air. That's how important this show is.
That's going to happen.
Good morning, Howard. You were a very handsome man. Yes, the test show was a pleasant surprise. Dice was there.
That was weird. I'm sitting at home, and all of a sudden I hear Dice.
Yeah, it was weird.
And he was on the test show. And what's weird is you can't see what's going on. So I thought at first...
How did Dice get on the test show?
I don't know. Like, Dice was around here doing some other shows, and then suddenly Dice broke in. Pharrell broke in. We were all on there at once, and Artie and I were talking about his, missing work and what was going on, which is a whole other story. But I got a lot of emails about this ISDN test show.
I wasn't able to be there because I'm not where my ISDN line is.
It was weird when the Dice voice came on, because I was starting to say to myself, does Sal or somebody do an amazing impression of me?
Yeah,
because, it was Dice,
I was annoyed because I was talking to you about your illness. And
Dice broke in?
And Dice broke in, but everyone said it was funny because... I don't know. Ralph started arguing. Ralph was on the phone. He was our test caller. And then and he started. Yeah, like a second Dice showed up, Ralph starts putting Dice down and calling him fat and a loser.
Wow.
It got into a whole thing. But
it's gotten to the point now with Dice where, like even Sal feels totally comfortable bashing Dice.
Yeah. The guy, as soon as Dice walked in, Sal starts bashing him, and Dice starts,
The guy sold out the garden like 8 times.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
It's over.
I think that's disrespectful. I'm a big fan of Dice.
Yeah.
But, Howard, you say this is in case of emergency. I mean, really, isn't it all about Artie? And isn't he just loving having a microphone in his home? So I went on the...
He didn't turn it on yesterday.
Well,
I haven't been on the Stern Fan Network.
I could have done that.
I haven't been on the Stern Fan Network in a long time. But after that, I wanted to see how the fans reacted, and they really liked hearing this ISDN show. It was kind of fun to hear something pop on spontaneously.
Right. It wasn't previewed, was it?
No. And then the speculation was that this was a test to see, we're so lazy at this point that we don't even want to show up anymore. Now, first of all, we have a deal with Howard TV. I'd have to be here in the studio to do the show. Secondly,
there are no cameras at home.
I have to tell you, yes, I am lazy. You're right. But I'm not that lazy. I don't like doing a show from home. I didn't enjoy it, really, because I like to get into a studio. I like to look at the people who are here. I mean, it would be weird not to see George, for example, who is here this morning. Good morning, George.
Good morning. How are you?
Our announcer. And I don't really like it, but I did it to test the thing out. And it would be fun. Let's say if I wanted to call into Bubba's show, rather than call in, I could get on an ISDN line. It would sound so much better.
Oh, definitely. If it's between calling in and that, there's no option there. It's just
but it's not that spontaneous, is it?
No, it's weird. You have to see each other and...
No. I meant getting on the ISDN in line. You just can't pop on.
No, you have to make people aware that you're going to... You just can't break into programs.
Unlike Dice last night.
Yeah, well, Dice was walking around here and Tim saw him, and I guess Tim just said, hey, come on.
Well, the technology is people have to call you.
Oh, is that right?
You have to put your headset on, and people call into you, and then it pops on.
Right.
Well, I have a question. Is Dice going to do more shows? I'd like that.
Yeah, it was great to have Dice on there. It was just startling, to have this voice come out of nowhere.
You weren't expecting it.
Right. So anyway, there was a bunch of people who really liked it, and it was a success, I guess, because people enjoyed it. So.
But Artie sounded fine, so are we going to address this thing of him not coming in? We all know why. It's because he didn't want to get his balls busted about the Donnie Deutsch interview, and because of the faggot word.
Because of why?
The faggot word.
Yeah,
you think that was it?
No,
He's ready to face it today?
Artie explained himself last night on the test show. I'll give you a summation, if you will.
I would love that.
Okay.
I'm interested.
All right.
This guy really thinks I was afraid about the Donnie Deutsch.
Artie, dude, I mean...
I'd be.
You got to pull yourself together, Artie. We're just getting sick of this act, man.
Sorry, buddy. Is this Rachel Stalker?
Anyway, Artie... All right. I gotta hang up on him because I'm trying to tell you stuff, and he's getting in the way.